I worked on these movie sets. I've never talked about what I saw. I need to get something off my chest, something I've kept quiet about for years because, honestly, I wasn't sure anyone would believe me. And the ones who were there with me, well, most of them don't talk about it either. But I've been sitting with this long enough. I've worked on film sets my whole career. Background work, production assistant, set dressing, you name it. And most of the time, it's just long hours and bad coffee. But a few of those jobs, something was wrong. And I don't mean the director was difficult wrong. I mean wrong in a way that crawls under your skin and just lives there. People died. People I stood next to. People I watched walk onto set and never walk off. And the thing that messes me up the most, the movies still got made. You can still watch them right now, tonight if you wanted to. So let me tell you what they don't put in the making of these documentaries. The first time I heard the word cursed on a set, I laughed. I thought it was just crew members spooking each other. That was before The Exorcist. I was young, doing odd jobs on production, and from day one, the place felt off. I can't explain it better than that, just off, like the air was heavier than it should have been. Then the fire happened. It ripped through the McNeil house set in the middle of the night. Everything was gone. Lights, furniture, the whole thing destroyed. But when we came in the next morning and saw what was left standing, nobody spoke for a good few minutes. One room, just one, completely untouched. Regan's bedroom, the room where the possession scenes were filmed, not a mark on it. The director, Friedkin, was pretty open later on that we were all battled from the start. He said himself they were plagued by strange and sinister things, and he wasn't wrong. They actually brought in a priest to bless the set, a real one. Think about that. These are Hollywood professionals calling in a Jesuit priest because something feels wrong. And the death started. Jack McGowan, who played Burke Dennings, he died from flu complications right after filming his death scene. Then Vasiliki Maliaros, Father Karras' mother in the film, she passed away before the movie ever came out. Max von Sydow's brother died on the very first day of his shooting, and a night watchman on set was killed. 4 deaths directly connected, and those are just the ones that are confirmed. I wasn't on set for all of it, but I was there long enough to feel something I still can't put a name to, and I've worked on a lot of films since. Nothing has ever felt like that. Okay, I want you to stay with me here because the next part is where it stops feeling like superstition and starts feeling like something much darker. Poltergeist came out in 1982. Within 6 years, 4 cast members were dead. 4. But what I need to tell you, what doesn't get talked about nearly enough, is what was actually on that set. In the pool scene, the one with all the skeletons, those weren't props. They weren't plastic, they were real human skeletons, actual remains. The production used them because they were cheaper to source than fakes. Craig T. Nelson confirmed it. Crew members confirmed it. I've talked to people who were there, and they said the atmosphere during those scenes was unlike anything they'd ever experienced on a job. People were uneasy in a way they couldn't explain. Nobody wanted to be near that pool longer than they had to be. And then Dominic Doon, who played the teenage daughter, she was murdered by her ex-boyfriend just months after the film came out. She was 22 years old. Then, in 1988, Heather O'Rourke, the little girl, Carol Ann, the face of the whole franchise. She collapsed suddenly and died on the operating table. She was 12 years old. Bowel obstruction that had been misdiagnosed. She died before Poltergeist 3 was ever released. Will Sampson, who played a shaman in the second film, apparently felt such bad energy on the set that he performed an actual exorcism to try and clear it. He died the following year. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but I will tell you this. When you disrespect the dead, when you use real human remains as movie props and scatter them around a swimming pool, and then the cast starts dying one by one, at what point does coincidence stop being a satisfying answer? This one is different. This one doesn't need a curse to explain it. This one is just humans being reckless with other people's lives, and somehow that's worse. July the 23rd, 1982, Night Shoot, Twilight Zone the movie, a segment directed by John Landis. The scene was supposed to show actor Vic Morrow carrying 2 children to safety through a river while a helicopter hovered low overhead. There were explosives rigged all around them. Those 2 children were 7 and 6 years old. They were hired illegally, paid cash under the table to get around the laws that exist specifically to stop children being put in dangerous situations at night near live explosives. Their parents were told there was no helicopter, no live pyrotechnics. They had no idea. When they filmed the take, the fireballs went off too early. The force hit the helicopter's tail rotor. The aircraft lost control and came down directly on top of all 3 of them. Vic Morrow and the 7-year-old boy were killed by the rotor blades. The 6-year-old girl was crushed by the landing skid. John Landis was charged with involuntary manslaughter. So were 4 others. They were all acquitted. All of them. The film still came out. It's out there. And the 2 children who died that night, Maisa Din Lee and Rini Shi Yi Yen, most people watched the film have no idea they ever existed. Brandon Lee was 28 years old. 8 days left on the shoot. He was so close to the finish line. The Crow was his movie. The one that was going to change everything for him, and it did, just not the way anyone wanted. The scene was straightforward. Another actor fires a gun at Lee's character. Blank rounds, safe. It had been done 1,000 times on 1,000 sets. Except weeks before the scene, someone had used a dummy round for a close-up shot. A round with a real bullet tip, but no powder charge. And when they were done with it, nobody noticed that the tip had separated and lodged itself inside the barrel of the gun. So when the blank was fired on the night of March 31st, 1993, it wasn't just gas coming out of that barrel. Brandon Lee was hit in the abdomen. For a moment, and this is the part that haunts me, the crew thought he was acting. They thought it was part of the scene. He died after 6 hours of surgery. Negligence. Stunning catastrophic negligence. And no one was ever charged with a crime. The film was finished with a body double and early digital efforts. It became a cult classic. People loved it, and Brandon Lee never got to see any of it. This last one is different from the others. Nobody died making Scream. But what came after it is, in some ways, the most disturbing part of this whole video. The film came out in 1996. Smart, self-aware horror. The ghost face killer, the voice changer, the mask. It became a massive cultural moment. And then people started copying it. In 1998, 2 cousins, 16 and 14-year-olds, murdered one of their mothers. 45 stab wounds. They told police they were inspired by Scream and Scream 2, and that the plan was to get ghost face costumes and a voice changer and keep going. In 2001, a man in Belgium put on the costume and stabbed his 15-year-old neighbour 30 times because she turned him down. He told police the movie made him do it. In 2006, 2 teenagers in Idaho filmed themselves talking about wanting to recreate a Scream-style murder. Then they went and did it. Their classmate, Cassie Jo Stoddart, was 16. The franchise has made more movies as recently as 2023. It is not going anywhere, and those real victims are never brought up when the trailers drop. If any of this kept you watching, you need to stick around because there is so much more where this came from. The stories I've told you tonight are just ones people actually know about. Subscribe and hit the bell. What's coming next is worse. So, what is curses? Coincidence? Just the film industry being reckless and powerful enough to bury it? I don't know. What I do know is that in every single one of these cases, the fires, the deaths, the children getting crushed on a night shoot, the movie still came out. It still made money, and it's still right there in your recommended feed. That's the part that never stops feeling wrong to me. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Were these sets generally cursed, or is it the real horror, just how little any of it seemed to matter to the people in charge?